All right, guys, we are on here. We are going to try to do a $500 best ball on Underdog, a $500 buy-in. This is that Alpha Fantasy Football Show, and we are going to gear up here to do the 500. We got to get in it first, and hopefully they won't. And while we're waiting, we'll do some of my slow drafts that I'm in that you guys can look at, ask me questions if you want. Okay, we are waiting for 10 people. So we'll see if it fills. And if it doesn't, we will just do a $25 buy-in. And for my guy out there, G Money, aka the Rye Dog, he asked for purple color tonight. So we're gonna change it up. We're gonna give him a little purple from blue. There you are, Rye Dog. All right, so let's go get in some of my live drafts that are going right now. I have some that are slow drafts, so you can get they're 8 hours right now. Since we're getting close to the season, Underdog has brought them down to I believe 3 hours or 4 hours on those. So we go to the active drafts, and we will go to. Okay, so here's one of them, Puppy 3. And we go to draft. Okay, so we are sitting with David Montgomery, James Conner, Tony Pollard, and we have Justin Jefferson, Cooper Cup, DK Metcalf, Calvin Ridley, and Travis Kelce. Let's see who we have. We have starred Will Levis. He'll be. We'll grab him later. We have Calvin Ridley and Tony Pollard right now, so that will be a good stack for us, Will Levis. But right now, we need to grab somebody. We've got 3 running backs. Let's go with another wide receiver. I think Dobbs, right in our wheelhouse here. And he gives us some correlation with Justin Jefferson, Minnesota. They play each other in week 17. So if we can make it to week 17 in this puppy, first place is 100,000. That'll work out for us. All right, let's draft. Okay, on to the next one. Active drafts. Go here. Okay, so as you can see, we've got a 6-hour clock. You can see that there. Comments, guys. Ask me anything you want to know about fantasy football. Have any questions about trades on your team? Anything like that, we'll go ahead and answer those questions for you. As many as I can. I'm fairly new to YouTube, so I should be able to answer all of them. Okay. All right, so in this one, this is another puppy, I believe, as well. Started with wide receiver Puka and Marvin. Came around trying to, get that weak correlation 17 stack. The Rams in Arizona. We already have Kyler Murray's passed us. So I took 3 running backs here. Joe Mixon, Raheem Mostert, Jerome Ford. Stacked up with CJ Stroud, Tank Dell, and Stephon Diggs. Jake Ferguson is our tight end. I think we go Tyler Lockett here. Grab us another wide receiver. I like Lockett and Jacoby Myers. About, both the same, Najigba there and as number 2 for Lockett, but we don't know that for a fact yet. So we'll take Lockett. But if it's not this year, it's next year. Najigba should be passing up Lockett at least by mid-season. Lockett's kind of banged up right now too, so could happen. But they're going to throw a lot in Seattle. Okay, on to the next one, guys. Active. This is a PM, but it's a super flex. So this is one that you do 2 quarterbacks in, I believe. Yeah, well, that's what it is, but I don't think this is the right one. Let's look. Active. Oh, here it is. Okay. So as you can see, you grab quarterbacks early here. This one I grabbed Purdy, but I waited a little while. Went ahead in the super flexes. You need to grab wide receivers and running backs as well, but you just have to grab your quarterbacks early. I have done pretty well in these super flexes. I usually like to grab a quarterback, one of the main quarterbacks early, top quarterback, and then either wait and hit a few guys, depending on where I'm at in the draft. A few guys, running backs, wide receivers, get those, and then grab some quarterbacks at the end that can give you some upside. You got Deshaun Watson can give you, he's had 300-point seasons. Daniel Jones 2 years ago had 300-point season, 297 or something on Underdog. So those guys can give you, give you that kick, and you can stack these guys really easy. Which you can see, we got Daniel Jones, Singletary, also got Tyrone Tracy. Now in super flexes, you're going to take 20 players, not just 18. We got Slayton, we got Wandali with Daniel Jones. And then we've got Deshaun Watson, Pierre Strong I took because right now he's the only running back behind Jerome Ford that can play. They've got 2 on the roster right now. Chubb is as well. That's 3, but he's not going to play, until week 5. And we don't even know if he's going to play then. So I went Strong at tight end, Kelsey and Kittle. So we need to make the pick here. And I don't know what we should go here. We're good running backs. Looks like we need probably another. Oh no, we got 2 good tight ends there. We need a wide receiver. So let's see with our wide receiver here. We could get like maybe Elijah Moore late with Cleveland. Daniel Jones is pretty much stacked pretty well. I do like Tyler Boyd just because he's going to get work. Levis should be slinging the thing. They're going to be behind in games. They're going to be some bigger scores. Had Eric Gray starred before I took Pierre Strong. And on these you can kind of go a little, get a little tricky and kind of get outside the box because if you hit that right guy, a lot of people aren't going to be drafting Pierre Strong in this format. I'm kind of looking at Khalif Raymond here. We have Montgomery. We have Brock Purdy with George Kittle stacked. We didn't get a wide receiver. I don't think Parasol is available right now. I think he's probably already gone. Yeah, I know he's up higher. Maybe Joan Jennings. I think I spelled that wrong. Let's see. There he is. He's got a little oblique injury here. I like Jennings. Parasol was up right now. Jennings, they like him there. They gave him another contract. So we're gonna go Jennings, get the stack. Anybody running back wise with San Francisco? Okay, let's go to drafts, active. Scroll down here. Still waiting on 10 in that big dog. Looks like we might have to do a $25. Okay, let's go to this draft. And which one was this here? Where's our info? This one is probably the mini Schnauzer. Schnauzer is $10,000 for first, I think. I think it's a $3 buy-in. So we do these, and if you're out there and you're new to this best ball, do a lot of the lower ones. Get your reps up. Reps are huge in this. You kind of see where people are going, how to draft, how to get your stacks, when to get your stacks, which guys you can stack late, quarterbacks late. So that's very important when you're doing these things. All right, let's make a pick here. 5 running backs as of now. It looks like we have 13. We got 1 pick left. Do we go 3 quarterbacks? Let's see what they have quarterbacks available. Carr. Don't really have anything stackable at all. Gardner Minshew. Okay. Gibbs we're good on. Mostert, Eckler, Chuba. I think we need to go running back week there probably. Let's see. I like Madison, and I like Carson Steele here. They're both backups. Madison will get run in Vegas, but it is not a good line. They're in Vegas. I'm not big on the running backs there this year. I do like the wide receivers, especially in PPR. Well, and the tight end. And that tight end situation is going to be kind of weird. Does Bowers and Mayers, are they rotating, alternate? We'll have to see how that all goes. I think Bowers, obviously, but they could do it. They're going to do a lot of probably 2 tight end sets. Okay. Let's grab. He made the roster. See if something happens. If Pacheco goes down, CEH is may not be the guy for number 2 anymore. All right, to another Schnauzer here. And here we have 11, 12. So I'm looking right here. That's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And if you have any questions at best ball, guys, put them in the comments. That's that's what this is all going to, fantasy football in general. Any of your home leagues, you can ask questions about that as well. But best ball it's so much fun. Really, my goal is to educate people on how to get used to best ball and learn best ball. I love it. It's so easy. You draft and you're done. And what it does is it takes the highest scoring, wide receiver, running back at their position, skill position, quarterback, tight end. There are no kickers and there are this. So you just draft guys. You go in, you're in a league with 12 guys, just like in your regular league. You're competing against them weeks 1 through 14. Okay. In most tournaments, you get 2 tickets. The top 2 guys get to move on into the tournament. And then the pools get a little bit bigger based on which tournament it is. They do have one now out. I believe is it the sprint or the sprint where it's you go one on one after. I'm not sure if that's the correct on the sprint, but most of them you're going to be in a bigger pool of people in week 15. You got to have your teams, in the top 2 there as well to move on. Week 16 and week 17 is the finals. There'll be 400 people, 400 something people, I think last year, maybe 600 in the very final week 17. Okay, so we've got 17, right? Okay, so 11, 12, 13, 15. We've got 3 more picks. I say we grab a wide receiver here, guys. These are basically just put into the queue. Miami and Baltimore sleeper guys, wide receivers. So let's look, and we can get us one of these wide receivers. If we don't want to, don't want to go with one of those. I love Slayton. We could probably wait on him. I think Mims is a good pick here. And the reason I say that, people are kind of down on Mims right now. But, there, Tim Patrick, is gone. And obviously we know Cortland Sutton's going to stay on. And you got Reynolds, like I said, he's banged up. Let's go to Broncos. Troy Franklin is a rookie there. A lot of speed. But if you look, I don't know who else they're going to play here. I mean, Josh Reynolds, who is not a big guy. I mean, you're not a big threat. Troy Franklin is small. The dude can fly. But yeah, they released. I think Mims is the pick here, and Denver's going to run the ball a lot. But we need wide receivers, and we need, and just on a small sample size last year. I mean, Marvin Mims was phenomenal. And I think, Sean Payton's smart enough of a coach. He's one of the best. He'll be able to see. He saw that, and there's probably things that he just didn't think were ready last year with the kid. But I think he'll do pretty well this year. Has a good chance to, at least. All right, let's go to this puppy 3. And if you look right here, this is 7 hours remaining. So that's how much time you have. So on these, you want to get, if you go to sleep at 8, for an 8-hour time, you want to get them in because you'll wake up and it's already picked. But I'll tell you a trick on that. If you're going to do that, always have your next guy starred or next 2 guys starred just in case one gets picked. That will draft, that at least draft, and you'll get at least somebody that you wanted that can work with your stacks and your team. This one I went a little bit different than usual. I usually don't go this heavy at running back so quickly. I went 4 wide receivers here. So I think we got to go back and hit wide receiver. And we have, looks like 8 people between us. So our next pick will be an 8. And let's see, Jared Goff's got to be coming up. All right, so we have Amon Ra. So we do want to get Goff if we can. Let's see if any of these guys have any Detroit. Gibbs, anything. Nothing there. James Cook. Yeah, we've got a David Montgomery there. That doesn't mean anything. He's already got one quarterback. Kyron. I don't see any Jamal Williams. Okay, so we're going to let the draft come to us here. Hopefully nobody takes golf. All right, let's get back over to our team. I say we take Tavian Wicks here. He gives us a correlation with Detroit. They do play them in, I want to say, it's in the finals. So we can get a little correlation there. And yeah, I think we go with Dontavian Wicks here. We'll hope Goff comes back to us. We'll get him. We can get Khalif Raymond late. Get us some extra track and give us, some difference there because nobody's really grabbing Raymond. And Jamal Williams is not very sturdy. The guy's been hurt every year. But I'm pulling for him. But yeah, or Jameson. Yeah, Jameson. He is not a sturdy guy last couple of years. So Raymond could pan out for you guys that are doing Detroit stacks. Okay, and here we have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have 2 spots left in this one. Oh no, we're going to have, this looks like a, let's go here. I got to get down with this here. There we go. So I call it, I called it Release the Brees. And the reason I did that is because I got Brees Hall in pick 10 on 780B at the time. So that's when I saw it. So when I saw it and going through my deal there, and I would see it, I would know which team it was. Okay, so yes, we get many more picks here. All right, so let's go wide receiver. I got Slayton. I love him going undrafted. I say we go tight end here. Who do we have? I like Parkinson, but I do, and he's coming off a foot surgery, but they're going to use him a lot if they can. He got hurt last year too, but the small sample size that he was in, really good. All right, let's go see how much longer we're on this one here. Okay, so people are jumping out, so we are gonna jump out as well. Looks like people are getting out of this one, so we're gonna leave this draft, and we're gonna go get into a BBM. This is the 1.5 million, $25 buy-in. So here's the prize pool for you guys at home watching. 1.5 million, 750,000 for second. What's really good about this one is they changed the payout. The payout was very top heavy. Last year was $4 million, which a guy won. He had Kyron Williams on his team, and it was the first year I believe that he maxed out his entries, which is 150 you can do in this tournament. But if you're looking here, you get in the top 40, you get 50K. All right, let's go. 30 seconds a pick, $25. Waiting for 3 people. All right, I am ready. Let's get it. And news today, I don't know if you guys know Malik Neighbors, the Giants, unretired number one, so he could wear it. People are going nuts over there. Jameer Chase did not show up for practice today. Also, Ayuk did not show up for practice. The San Francisco personnel is not very happy, so we'll have to see what goes on there. Looks like this draft is going to start up here, and oh, man, every time since I've been started YouTube here, this is like my third one on here. I've gotten the 10, the 11, and the 12. This is the worst. This is the worst spots this year. Ah, absolutely horrible. But we got to see if we can make it work. I've actually had pretty good luck getting up here in the front. I've enjoyed the front and the middle pretty well. I've seen some really strong teams here, drafting right here in the middle, and it's kind of weird because these guys right here in the middle, the ADP on these players has changed so much. Brees Hall and Bijan have moved up and down. Jefferson has moved down. CD and Tyreek and McCaffrey have pretty much stayed where they're at. Jamar is moving down as well, and other drafts that I've done. People are picking other people over him, which I understand why. I do it as well. I have a little exposure to Jamar Chase though, but yeah, and Amon-Ra St. Brown he moved up a lot. You know, we're off and running. At least the good thing about the 12 spot, you get to pick two people back to back, boom, boom, and then you can kind of watch and study and figure out which way you want to go. That's about the only good thing about it. Other years, you could build some pretty decent teams there. And the reason it's so hard is, you don't know any of these guys down here on the end, Puka, Marvin, Jameer Gibbs, Taylor, Drake London, Debo, all of these guys, they could be all right there. And, they're not like clear cuts, above anybody else. And I'm hoping this guy will take a running back. Because I would like to get Puka and Marvin. A lot of people are going to have that in this area. And that's another thing that's kind of not great about it. All right. Puka, come on down. Marvin Harrison, come on down. Okay. Now, for you guys at home, this is like what I like to do here. If I'm going to go ahead and try to do this stack, and this is the week 17 correlation. That's why it's so important. That's why this is such a popular stack here on the end, and a lot of people are going to have it. So I'll go ahead and put Kyron in there, our running back, and we'll put a tight end, McBride in there. And McBride has gone down a little bit. He's moved up and down. He's kind of been all over this year. He's probably a little too high for my taste. I like Andrews better, and even Kincaid is like probably going to be right there, right around McBride. But if we're going for the stack, you know, and Kyler's been kind of tough to get Kyler Murray with, because have been grabbing him at like ahead this year. He's moved up. Why won't this? There it goes. Okay. I don't think Kyron will come back to us either way, but I start him anyways. You never know. So we're 16 picks away. So we're going to be area most likely. About it too is, you don't want to reach for somebody. And what I mean by reach is if you're here, early, you don't want to reach. Late's okay, but you don't want to reach too far to go grab somebody. But if it's close, it's fine. But what you see a lot of people doing is they'll reach for their quarterback. They'll go seeing it, 30, 40 picks ahead, which is crazy because somebody that has going with the same people that are getting the same stack as you are going to be a much stronger team because they waited and let them just fall naturally. That's why you always have backup and I call them scrounge, your scrounger quarterbacks. Those are the guys at the end that you can stack. They're usually on bad offenses, but if you get them and the offense turns out to be okay, I mean, you're getting a nice stack at the end of draft, and then it turns out, they ball out. Well, that's going to push you up a lot. And we'll do a show on that where, kind of, on the scrounger quarterbacks, where to grab them. If something happens and you can't get your stacks, just start thinking about it, and just know how they lay out at the end. That's very important. In my opinion, I think it's very important. Mhm. 6 picks away here. Pretty sure. Yeah, so we're in a tough spot. Like I said, if we wanted to get Trey McBride, we'd have to reach here. Okay. And let's see. Let me give you the board here so you can kind of see what's going on, guys. Sorry about that. So it's coming up on us down here on the end. I like what these two are doing right here. They are stacked. See, I am not a big fan of this here. All right, let's make our picks here. All right, pick 36. I say we take Mike Evans here. And do we reach and get McBride here, guys? Pittman. I think we go with Pittman. He's the number one there. So, we've got 4 number ones here. Puka's debatable. Cup could still be the number one there. But I think Puka and Cup are going to be pretty numbers. Now, McBride probably won't fall to us. That's just how it is. We'll just have to let him go. And honestly, if we can somehow, let's see, how far are we? 20? It won't work. If Lamar drops and Andrews or something, that's pretty good. I'll tell you where I've been getting Jackson and Andrews a lot is right up here in the one hole. So you usually go McCaffrey there or CeeDee Lamb, whatever you want to go, comes around, and then you grab 2 wide receivers, like a Olave or Devontae Adams, something like that. Comes back around a lot of times right here is where Lamar Jackson and Andrews are sitting. So I've been getting that. That's nice. Yeah, so let's go over these teams while we're rolling right here. I like I'm okay with this. He's only got a number 1 here, so really I don't really like it. He's got some correlation with Jahmyr Gibbs and Josh Jacobs. They're playing each other. But yeah, I'm not real thrilled about this actually. I do like this. This guy's going 4 strong. He's gonna hope Lamar Jackson comes back to him, I would think. I like all of these guys. They're all number ones on their teams. I like what he's doing here too. Nice little start here. Tyreek Hill, Neighbors, Rashee Rice, and then he stacks Mahomes. I like that. There's a Lamar Jackson right there. Watch, he's gonna take. He's gonna if you got to do it, dude. Why you? Oh, he messed up. He should have taken Andrews right there. So now, see, and this is horrible. The right play probably, well, it was receiver. If he was going to take A chain, he should have gone heavy wide receiver here. But he should have gone McCaffrey, two wide receivers, Lamar, and then boom. But he's not a badge bro. And what a badge bro is, again, these are shields by each player's name. If you have a red and white shield, that means you've done at least 1,000 drafts. Right up here, the black and white means you've done at least 500 drafts. The other ones, who knows? They're definitely under 500. They are not special, but they can mess up your draft because they just grab people. All right. It's coming up on us again. Are we getting any value here? Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I like Anthony Richardson here if we can get him. Nice little stack with Pittman. We can get his wide receivers late. Everything out of camp, coaches, they love him. It's, and he's got the goods, but I think he's still learning the process of NFL and just plays in general. So yeah, we're not going to take a running back here, way out of reach. We'll go definitely Richardson. And Christian Kirk, I like, is way past ADP here. 61. Prep Kirk, we can get a stack with Trevor Lawrence. I don't think Brian Thomas will come back to us, but I like Brian Thomas. But we can also grab Gabe Davis late and Evans. So let's put Evans in right there as with us. So this is pretty much a true zero RB here. We went 5 wide receivers, got our quarterback. Let me let you guys see the board here. All right. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you have any questions, fantasy football related, or if you just want to have a question about anything in general. Yeah, so the things in the back, so above my head here, Larry Bird, signed jersey. Below it is, great rivalry there of all time, one of the best sports. The Detroit is a Barry. I'm a Texans fan. Right above him, that is a Jim Brown signed helmet, and then the picture on the wall is Pele. who, in my opinion, was the best soccer for my English speaking folks, my European folks. Football. And we are also playing football right here, NFL style, drafting football. My son just started playing football. It was his first year. So here in Texas, they make you, it's a new policy, I guess, that they passed. You got to be in athletics. He loves basketball. He's a basketball player and he plays golf. He's got a lot of friends that play football. So, but he had to pick one and they wouldn't let you pick. They don't have golf here at his age yet. But they wouldn't let you pick basketball and then another sport in the spring. You had to pick one in the fall, one in the spring. So it was either football or long distance running. And he chose football so he can hang out with his friends. So he's excited. Games coming up. We're excited. All right. So Kyler Murray did get taken. Man, I was hoping Najee Harris was going to drop to us there. Okay, this is kind of a weird zone here. I think we'll go. We don't have any of that. Let's go Mostert here. We'll go Mostert and just looking to for us here. Mostert, and I think we'll go Hopkins. Hopkins is, supposed to be ready for week 1. He's older and he's banged up, but we should be able to get one of the Tennessee running backs, Spears. Obviously, we can get Will Levis, but they all play Jacksonville. So earlier, remember when we grabbed Christian Kirk, and we were talking about stacking him, and we have Trevor Lawrence down here starred. That is part of the plan. They play Tennessee plays Jacksonville week 17, I believe. I'm almost positive. I usually have my things pulled up here, but I believe that's who they play in week 17 for correlation. So we got that. Let's go look at the board. You can see right here in the middle, it's a little mixture. They're actually getting pretty decent value here on some of these guys in this 6th round. You're really getting, good wide receivers in that 6th round right now. Kirk, Thomas, Reed, Love Rome, Chris Godwin's moving back to the slot. Should do better there. Deontay's the number 1. Keenan Allen, I think he'll be fine. There's some stuff going on. Some notes that I saw at camp is he's killing it in practice. So I think he'll be fine. Really getting some good wide receivers there. Jordan Addison is actually a pretty good value if he doesn't get suspended. He's moved down since all of the DWI thing. And Jackson Smith and Jigba, he should, have a good year 2 and blast off. Okay, so let's go take a look what we should do here. 5 wide receivers started. Like it. With Pitts. Now he's catching back up on running backs. He's got a good team going. Let's see what this guy did over here. See, and earlier when I was talking about this is I do not like this. He's going 3 running backs. He's going to be so far. Wait, look, he's 5 running backs. 5 running backs. He's going to be so far behind a wide receiver. This guy's definitely a noob. And in this, you gotta have wide receivers. You cannot slam running backs and win, or even probably won't even advance. Pretty sure he won't advance. I like our team though. We're looking good. We're gonna go down here and we are gonna star Donnie Mitchell. My Longhorn guy. I am from UT. Went to UT from Austin. Love me some Mitchell. Got quite a few Texas guys, young guys, in drafts right now. Obviously Bijan, Roshan Johnson, Xavier Worthy. I mean, explosive baby. Can't wait for the game this weekend. Really looking for here. Let's get back. Let's get back over. Obviously, we want Tajay Spears. If we can get him, and I say we probably go Zach Moss here too. I do like Ford. We're gonna have to hope that Trevor comes back to us. I think. Okay, let's see. So we've got Tajay. And let's see. Should we go Zach Moss or should we just get Trevor, guys? What do y'all think? And Dak's good value too. Ah, we missed Zach Moss. We tried to get him at the end there. That's all right. It was between him and Trevor. We had Trevor starred. That's why you star. Put him up there just in case something like that happens. So we've got our two quarterbacks, and we'll decide later if we're going to go three or not. Levis might be a good number 3 to get. And I might go 3 with this build. We'll just see how it pans out. Running back, we'll have to catch up a little bit here. We're a little behind back. Usually, we're able to get a little stronger running back early for our number 1. Who knows? Mostert could have another really good season like that. I mean, I don't think he's going to get all those touchdowns that he had, but all right. Let me let you guys see the board. All right, so we are right down here. Trevor Lawrence. That guy got good value on Dak Prescott for sure. He was tempting because you can stack Dak somewhat late. You can't get his number 1, and probably unless you took Ferguson, even though that is a cheat code in these middle rounds, mid to late rounds, is grabbing Ferguson, especially if you didn't have a tight end already, and then grabbing Dak, and then you go and you grab Cooks, and then Jalen Tolbert late. And you can get the running backs. You can get usually one of Rico Dowdle or Zeke. Now Dalvin Cook. We don't know if Dalvin Cook is gonna, that the whole running back situation. I mean, you want to have the right one though in a Dallas, but if they're going to give them a 2 or 3 headed monster, it could be frustrating some weeks, for sure. Let's go look. Okay. That was harping on earlier. So yeah, dead in the water. So three wide receivers. Uh what 10th round, 11th round. Very, very tough for him to advance. This guy's catching up at running backs, getting some guys that can make some plays. He got the entire Washington backfield there, which I'm okay with. Brian Robinson, Austin Eckler. We know they're going to be a split, so I'm okay with it. They should get plenty of work. We got to figure out what we're going to do here. I would like, well, I wanted Gus Edwards to fall, but he did not. So I think we take Gabe Davis. It helps with the stack. And we'll grab Trey Benson. Trey Benson gives us a little correlation back here with our Rams in Arizona. So we can grab that. Helps with so Gabe will help with the stack. And Benson will help with the correlation. And Benson has a very good shot of getting playing time with with Connors. I mean, Connors is the guy, no doubt. But we know Connors is probably going to go down a few games. So you want to have Trey Benson. The guy can run. He's pretty much can do it all. Very low center of gravity, hard to take down. So yeah, I like Trey Benson a lot. But we got to have breaks right. Now, a lot of people probably will be catching up at wide receiver here. They'll grab a couple of quarterbacks. Michael Wilson works in our stack. Our correlation downs in our stack. We need some running backs though, and we need tight ends. We don't have anything with those. I mean, we can always grab, late tight ends though, and just hope that one of them puts up decent points. I'm good with any of these running backs too in this range. I think Jalen Wright has a lot of upside. Dobbins has some upside. Ty Chandler has some upside, and I like all the running backs though. He's going to be a vulture around the goal line. I think again this year. I think they're going to run two running backs. Obviously, Bijan's going to be. He's going to have twice the carries probably, or 1.5 times the carries. Well, looks like the running backs were getting taken there. Let's start Gibson. I like Gibson. I like Khalil Herbert too. And Herbert could get traded somewhere. We don't know yet. Seven wide receivers. If it comes to us, what these wide receivers lean towards Downs, probably Downs here to go with our stack with Richardson. Downs is, has moved down. Josh Downs has moved down. So, anyways, he's gone down. He's moved down actually ahead of Mitchell, and ever since he went down, it's going to be 4 to 6 weeks. Well, that didn't work too good for us there. I like Ray Davis a lot too. And I like Jalen Wright. We've got most of it already, so It still could work, but I would not want to with this build. Wouldn't want to take up and just grab two of the Miami guys. Just in this with this build, we're going to be hoping for play 12, 13 games at least. So I actually like this right here. We can catch up on running back with some guys that I like. Should be able to. I like Ray Davis. And I like Braylon Allen as well. That dude can run. If Brees goes down, Allen's the guy. Okay, here we go. Coming up on us. All right, it's on us. Okay. So we're going to grab Allen. And we are also going to. We need a tight end as well. Let's see. I like Musgrave this year too. Let's go with Herbert. We're lagging. We need some solid running back depth there. Now, if this falls right for us, we'll grab Levis. That'll give us our third, and then we can stack these tight ends late, and we can get Will Levis's tight end, who they're going to be splitting this year. From what I understand, Wiley and Okono, whatever his last name is, Chigo. Where's Chigo? He's moved down a ton too. Yeah, Chig, Okanakwa, Koa, Okonoko, Chig, the Chig Master. But I tell you, I was watching preseason and I like Wiley. He did get hurt, but it was just a concussion. But they were throwing the rock to him, and he could be kind of sneaky in this. We've got Hopkins too. So we've got Tennessee, we've got Spears, we've got Hopkins. Yeah, we got a nice little squad going. So let's look and see how many more spots we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we grab Levis and one more running back, we could only grab 2 wide receivers. This is probably a 3 wide. Well, it is. It's 3 wide receiver build probably. So we're gonna have decisions to make here, guys. Our Sean Bateman goes there. That was kind of weird, wasn't it? Didn't it got picked and then went back? Okay, so let's figure this out. Will Levis. I like Jawan. I think we have to go with 5 running backs. We'll go with these 5 and just hope they work out. Um, if Will Levis gets taken, then we'll do a little something different. And maybe the wrong move here too is not taking a third quarterback, but I do like what we have with Tennessee and Jacksonville stacked up. I like that. And Richardson, if he does what he's supposed to do, then, 2 would be warranted. Let's see. I'm not, I don't know about what's going on with Senate. I mean, I like him. That's the hardest, one of the hardest positions to learn on offense is tight end. I know, he's got the hands, but can he block? Can he run the correct routes? You know, Kingsbury brought in Ertz for a reason. And Johnny Smith, they're going to be split. He's going to be split in two. He's got the hands for sure. I think I like Jawan. We can grab Cody Colby Parkinson, and then we either go Chig. I like Gesicki as well. They're gonna, especially if Jamar Chase ends up holding out, you know. So let's go over here. We'll put in Titans, Just Wild, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Returning this, he was in concussion. Yeah, sweet. But I like him. I think he's a sneaky little tight end late that people won't be grabbing. He works, great in our stack here. Okay, so we had one of our tight ends got snagged. Chig went. And John knew he could be sneaky upside. I think he may have 2 good games. He's scoring 15, 20 points. It's not going to be a lot of yardage. It's going to be mostly based on touchdown. So, he's not going to come in. That's going to be their fourth or fifth option. Their tight end in Miami. They run the ball, run a lot of, you know, they're going to line up a chain, in wide receiver positions. Smith is gonna, that's why they're alternating him, and I believe it was Disley alternating because one of them's a blocker, and Janu would be in there. Oh no, it's sorry, Durham Smythe. Smythe is the blocker, but that's why they're rotating them. But if Janu was by himself before, they were doing any kind of rotating talk, Janu had a lot of upside. But ever McDaniel's taken over, and they don't use the tight ends there. Disley was the one that used to be, or Gesicki used to be there a few years back. Disley was with Seahawks, but Gesicki was there a few years back, and he was the one that had a pretty good season there in Miami, but it wasn't under McDaniel's. All right, let's go see the board here at the end. And then we'll kind of go over the teams, what I like and don't like. Because my opinion's the only one that really matters. All right. Okay, what's coming up on us here? So we got to load out with tight ends. So I say, yeah, I say we nail grab Gasicki and Wow, and we'll call it a day there. Okay, let's go look at the teams. Obviously, we'll start with mine, and then we'll go through them once this draft is done. So start off 4 wide receivers. I like it. Got Puka, Marvin, Mike Evans, Michael Pittman Jr., Anthony Richardson. So we've got the hook up there. We've got some correlation here. Followed up with Christian Kirk, Raheem Mostert, DeAndre Hopkins. We're a little weak at running back, but we've got some guys. If things break right for us, it's we'll be okay. Finished out with 3 tight ends. And let's see. Magnus here, I did not like the start. I looked at it at first when we first started, it was okay. Then you start looking at it more, and I did not care for it at all. I don't even think he really uh, got any stack either. Not much. He grabbed Dak for the ADP value and didn't grab anybody to go with him. And let's see, Stafford. He did get Cooper Cup with Stafford at least. Did he get no, he did not get. All right, let's see. This one here finished with 4 wide receivers. He went wide receiver. He must have Aaron Rodgers. He does have Aaron Rodgers because he finished with Malachi Corley, and he started with Garrett Wilson. Got 2 running backs there. He's going to have some okay ones, I think. He is very weak at wide receiver, but he did catch up there at the end. Okay, let's go over here to completed. We'll go to Best Ball Mania. Here we go. And we can label this one. So we have a Titans, Colts, Jags stack. And today is the 29th. Okay. So that's our stack there. We already went over mine. Let's go to the guy. Oh, let's go all the way up. Where is he? Yep, there he is. Okay. So we were right on the first one. So this guy, not a good draft here. Started with CeeDee Lamb. He did good there. That's about all he did good on. Devon H. He missed the stack with Lamar. That was super easy. One of it to, Andrews, but he just does not have enough wide receivers that to make it. This is something you don't want to do in best ball. 9 running backs and 5 wide receivers. Not recommended. Not recommended. All right, number 2 hole, he got lucky, grabbed Christian McCaffrey here, fell to him. And then he ended up going with San Francisco Ayuk, trying to get that stack, and he missed it. Couldn't get Purdy. But I like what he did here with the wide receivers. He got some guys here. I like Jalen Polk. Michael Wilson is the number 2 there. And he stacked it with Kyler Murray. So pretty good there. He has Najigba to go with him. And he's got Trey McBride too with Kyler. So like it. Yeah, it's a decent team. It could work out for him. Probably a little at wide receiver. Mahomes, Daniels, this is your typical 2 quarterback. When you get a stud quarterback, you know, usually you can just wait and grab one of these late guys like Daniel Jones with some upside and be okay. The only bad thing with this is if Mahomes goes down, your season's probably over for advancing. So we have James Cook, Brian Robinson, decent running backs. Let's see. Great at wide receiver. I like how he was starting with this one. I think he's fine on on running backs. I like Rico Dowdle, Austin Eckler, J.K. Dobbins. This could work out really good for him. This team. Who was that? Okay, Ace Hold'em. And this one here, I like the quarterbacks, Josh Allen, Tua, like those guys. Uh, Kyron Williams, Aaron Jones, Chase Brown. He, I like Antonio Gibson. And McLaughlin is a guy I like him. He could be sneaky value upside as well. And estimate too with Denver. I like him just grabbing him on a flyer late in these best balls. This guy is fine with Mark Andrews. He took Chig, our Tennessee guy, but we're fine. And I think that's weird because somewhat. No, he wasn't. Never mind. For us to grab two, we didn't get him, but this one not recommended either. What this guy did, he's trying something different here. He went Brees Hall, Saquon, so he went bully running back right out the gate. Boom, boom. This all looks good. Four tight ends. He didn't need that at all. His quarterbacks are good, but he didn't need four quarterbacks with this one. This guy probably can't advance. So in these, a 2-5-9-2, pretty popular. 3-5-8-3. Is that what it is? 3-5-8-2, 3-5-8-2, 2-5-9-2. We only have 18 players, but those are pretty popular that push through. A six running back pushes through quite often. So I think it's a 3-6-7-3. What is that? Oh no, it's a 3-6-7-2. That does well as well. And it really depends if you want to go three tight ends or three quarterbacks. Three quarterbacks can do really well in the playoffs if you have them stacked. But if you don't have them stacked, they don't advance and push through a lot. So this guy's probably out. This team here, I like what I see here. Burrow, Bo Nix, Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill, that's a sneaky little pick. Could work out for him. You never know with Taysom and what they're doing there. But looks like he was getting a little bit of the stack with Alvin Kamara. He's fine here. He went with Chase, Collins, Waddle. He's fine here. He went with two Buffalo guys that are going on a power offense. Hoping they work out. He grabbed our Mitchell from us, Leggett, and he's got some guys that have some upside that are young, can fly, and a bully tight end, and then just grabbed Conklin at the end. Team's not so bad. He went with the 3-5-8-2. That's the one that does pretty well as too. 3-6-7-2, 3-5-8-2. Those do well. 2-5-9-2 does well too if you can hit right on it. You just got to have those quarterbacks hold up. Okay, so we got Justin Herbert, Mayfield, Carr. I'm okay with all this. He looks pretty balanced here. He obviously went wide receivers early, zero running back here. Didn't grab his first running back until 79. So around 7, 8 is where he started getting his guys. Ramondre and those guys, those are starters. Probably going to be sharing a little of the workload in those offenses. We know Gus Edwards could be a blessing in disguise right here for him. Bucky Irving too, especially if the Bucks don't have a winning season. 12, 13 games they can kind of see. They bring Bucky in. Same with Tyrone Tracy. Tyrone Tracy could take over a lot earlier. Pierre Strong, I like. Super sneaky. Right now they only have two running backs on their roster. So you guys out there that in these best balls, grab Pierre Strong on a flyer late. It's fine. Uh, Chubb will be back at some point. We don't know when, but right now it's just Ford and Pierre Strong. They released Dante Foreman. So okay, so I love his wide receivers and at tight end. AKA 1, 2, 3. And then he took some flyers, some guys, teams, but all of these are good offenses. And they will get some work. And all of these guys can come in late. And that's really what you're looking for. You're looking for one of these running backs right here to either the number ones to go down. These guys come in, or the teams are just bad and they have to use them. Or there are teams that are just, powerful offenses. That's what you want to go with. Because if that guy does go down, you got Carson Steeler, you've got Tank Bigsby coming in to an offense that is going to put points. So I liked what he did. And we got Debo, Devontae, Pickens. No issues here. This all looks good. And his quarterbacks, I love it. I love his quarterbacks there. Hurts, and by the way, Jalen Hurts, you can take him naked. You don't have to have him stacked. He's just that dominant. He's fine on tight ends. Just grab 3 tight ends there at the end. I mean, within Musgrave, kind of there in the middle, and I like both those guys. Okay, so we have 3 quarterbacks here. That's fine. Really good running backs. Emmanuel Wilson could turn out to be something, especially if they can't get Marshawn Lloyd right with his, injuries. His wide receivers, he's good on wide receivers. I love Tolbert this year. $1 too. Tight ends, good. He's here. Jared Goff, Aaron Rodgers, fine, fine. He's super strong at running backs. He's going to have a lot of points put up there. I like what I like what he's done here. If he could have gotten Jordan Love, this team would have been strong. Goff and old man Rodgers, and he did stack his Jets, and he's got Goff stacked with Laporta. So it's going to be strong at running back for sure. They're going to he just needs some of these wide receivers to come through for him. Okay. And, he's great on running or quarterbacks. Running backs, good. He took both the Detroit guys. I guess he's just wanting that whole backfield. Josh Jacobs, he's got some correlation there. Them playing in, they play them twice, I think. Jordan Mason, I like now that Elijah Mitchell's out for the season. Justice Hill, I like. Coaches are saying they're going to use him. He's going to. Now, I don't know how big a role that's going to be once Keaton Mitchell is back up and running. Mitchell is a guy that's very explosive, and he can catch passes. That's kind of what Justice Hill does as well. So we'll see. Wide receivers: Cooper Kupp, Tank Dell, Brian Thomas, Christian Watson. He's all good here. Man, if he could have got Green Bay or got Jordan Love, that'd have been awesome. Okay, guys, and then my team, the winning team. I like how we did. I'm not thrilled about running back. We kind of have to have some things break our way there as well. But we've got some good, nice stacks. Some guys that can do something for us. So we'll see. Hopefully, we'll win 1.5 million. Right. Okay, guys. So listen, if you can get thumbs up, hit a subscribe, leave some questions in the text down here in the chat, and I'll answer them. They all go to my email, so I'll answer them. If you have questions about anything fantasy football, your dynasty or anything, any of the trades, what should I do? Should I pick up this guy? And try to give me as much detail as you can. If it's an auction, or if it's you know worst team goes first, or if it's a switch where you know best team goes first next week, and then worst team goes next the next week, goes first the next week. So let me know that in the questions, and I'll help you out. All right, guys. Thanks.